Do you remember a time when happiness didn't live inside a screen? When childhood meant scraped knees, dusty shoes, and coming home only when the streetlights turned on? When boredom wasn't something to escape, but something that forced your mind to create, imagine, and grow? If you're Gen X, this isn't nostalgia. It was your reality. And it's the reason your mind works the way it does today. Gen X, born between 1965 and 1980, grew up in a world that didn't just slow down to explain itself. There was no internet, no constant reassurance, no algorithms telling you who to be. So you learned early how to observe, adapt, and survive without applause. You were raised in a balance that feels rare now. Freedom with responsibility. Rules without micromanagement. Independence without supervision. Psychology shows that environments like this wire the brain differently. You walked to school alone, solved problems without Google, waited for answers instead of demanding them. And when life didn't rescue you, you learned to rescue yourself. That wasn't coldness. That was strength forming quietly. No one taught you how to talk about mental health, but you learned how to endure, how to carry stress without collapsing, how to stay functional even when overwhelmed. You learned to normalize exhaustion, to hide pressure, to keep going. Psychology calls this resilience, the ability to bend without breaking. You didn't grow up chasing validation, so you don't need constant approval now. You don't panic when things take time. You trust process over noise. Your confidence isn't loud because it doesn't need to be. Your brain developed in a slower world, one that allowed focus, patience, and emotional regulation. That is why Gen X often feels grounded in a way that's hard to explain to others. You know who you are without broadcasting it. You can unplug without fear. You can think independently because you had to. Later generations grew up fast, surrounded by speed, technology, and constant stimulation. They're expressive, creative, connected, but Gen X is mentally tough. You are stronger problem-solving skills and emotional endurance. That's why you move through life calm, capable, and steady. You don't announce your strength. It shows in how you adapt, how you stay grounded, how you handle change without losing yourself. You were strong before strength became a trend. Resilient before resilience was a hashtag. Independent before independence was romanticized. So here's the real question. When you think about your childhood, do you feel grateful, proud, or quietly nostalgic? And which part of that slower, simpler life do you miss the most?